Yes, so the farm is a family operation. There's two sons, Daniel and Carl, work here. They're all involved in all facets of what we're doing and what we're trying to do. So what we're doing here on this farm is converting our orchard from a monoculture to a polyculture farm. Basically what that means is that we're increasing the diversity of the plants and animals that they attract. So when we purchased the farm in 1998, it had been used for grazing cattle. There were 1,500 macadamia trees here that had been planted in 1994, finished planting trees in 2003 to 16,500 trees. Continued on with the orchard under conventional practices, and over the next 10 years we'd noticed that we weren't achieving the production or getting near the average production that were benchmarked by the industry, and so we started having a good look at what was wrong. So I guess that we basically stumbled into regenerative agriculture. It was really important that we get some sort of a ground cover established, and it was at that time my son Daniel, he started planting cover crops by hand, and the results were spectacular. After looking into and learning about cover crops, we decided to purchase a no-till drill and then get into planting 3 metre wide rows of multi-species cover crops. We could see that we were introducing a lot of beneficial insects into the orchard, really good ground cover, and we were increasing the carbon in our soil. So the inter-row cover crops were becoming like water reservoirs. So there was an incredible benefit from growing these crops. And it all comes about because of sunlight. You couldn't grow the crops without the sunlight. So the wide spacings that we had from tree removal gave us that awesome opportunity to grow cover crops, to improve our soil, to sequester carbon, to improve the soil health, attract and provide habitat for beneficial insects. So it was a win-win. So when we're replacing a cover crop, or we use a roller crimper and we roll that crop down and it forms a nice thick mulch bed, and then we follow through immediately behind that crimping down with a no-till drill, and we replant a mixture of the next crop. And so we're basically, every time we're doing that, we're laying down a nice layer of mulch, layer upon layer upon layer, and that in itself is building the soil, and we're increasing the carbon. Carbon is life in the soil. So improving the soil, we've got a nice healthy macadamia trees, and we're producing really healthy nuts. Yeah, so one of the great benefits of the regenerative style of agriculture is that we're attracting so many beneficial insects that are then helping to control the problem insects that we have. And so we have nature helping us control that rather than a chemical. And we try to time our cover crops to be abundant in flowers 2 to 3 weeks before our macadamia flowers open, so that we've got a massive natural pollinators and the bees that we bring in. So the orchard's alive with the noise of bees. Regenerative agriculture is working with nature, and nature's can provide everything that we need. I believe that regenerative agriculture and regenerative agricultural practices are the way to go, and it's the future for macadamia farming.